Not a sponsor. But, ergo, I wouldn't say no. I've been inside writing and working on other stuff today, so I've decided to go treat myself by seeing a movie. I don't know if I'm actually getting any of this, but it looks pretty cool, so hopefully I am. And hopefully you're not blinded right now. Guess we'll find out in the review. Hope I'm in frame. I often wonder while I'm sitting at home doing nothing or wasting time online or trying to write and not really succeeding. I wonder why I don't go out more often. And A, it's because I don't have people to go out that often with. And B, it's because drivers have gotten insane. I don't know if it's everywhere, but Wilmington is really, really awful. And I don't know why. I don't know if bad drivers just kind of, tend to migrate here for whatever reason. We have streets they love to partake on. I don't know. They love to practice bad driving here in Wilmington. I don't know what it is. But I fear for my life every time I'm behind the damn wheel. And it's getting worse. I would have filmed some of it, but that would have made me part of the problem, and, I don't want to be a hypocrite, so I'll just bitch without the video footage, thank you very much. But, yeah, I've gotten to a point where I really wish I didn't have to drive anywhere, but at the same time, it's the only way I'm going to get places, so I kind of have to. Meanwhile, I'm here to see a movie. So, kind of had a bit of a nap there. Well, really, I just went to sleep. It was like a normal time to go to bed. But really, I came home and laid down and kind of passed out for a little bit. So, there you go. So anyway, I went to see The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, and if you have not seen that movie, I highly recommend it because it is so great. It is inspiring. It is sweet. It is just brilliantly done. There's just some wonderful shots. There's some wonderful characters. There is just I loved everything about the movie, but most of all, the overall message, which is the whole reason I was interested in seeing the movie, because I was when I first saw the trailer, I was concerned because I was okay, well, this seems like it could be an inspiring story, but Ben Stiller doesn't have the best track record as far as keeping on message, because he's one of those guys that his movies tend to take a turn to just lowest common denominator comedy, and that's probably mainly because he had a very big success with There's Something About Mary, and so he kind of fell into that niche of lowest common denominator. This stuff's funny to everybody, regardless of how stupid it is, so let's do that. And what I loved about Secret Life of Walter Mitty is they understood. He directed it, by the way. Ben Stiller directed. But he and the writers and everybody understood that the movie was not that kind of movie. It is supposed to be inspiring. It is supposed to be, kind of an overall message for everybody. So they made sure that it got a G rating. It was rated G. There's a little bit of language in there, but nothing that, most kids haven't heard on the playground at this point. So, but it was really well done, and I really loved the message, and it made me hopeful. Because I have a lot in common with Walter Mitty, and it gave me hope that I'm not, a giant waste of space. And but I related to Walter Mitty way too much, especially with the daydreaming and the lack of actually doing anything. of real substance. Like I've gone more places than he has. I've probably done more than he had at the beginning of the movie. By the end of it, whoo, not at all. But you know, I don't do a lot. I sit in this house and I think and dream of all the stuff that I want to and could do and don't. So I need to get on that, and hopefully, you know, I'll keep thinking of Walter Mitty, and it'll help inspire me to actually go out and do the things I want to do. So, and that's why it's a great movie, because it will do that. Like, I felt so inspired coming out of that. I wanted to just, like, you know, come home, grab my passport, and just go anywhere. I didn't even care where. I was just like, let's go on an adventure. Same way I felt after watching the first Hobbit, because, you know, it's great that they're doing these movies where these, you know, middle-aged guys are kind of taking risks for the first time in their life, because for people, because I always wanted to be one of those guys, and then, like, my 20s passed me by and I didn't become one of those guys, so, you know, I was a little depressed that I would not be that guy. And what's great about these, and, you know, like with The Hobbit, like, I read it years ago, so I did have that kind of inkling that it would still be possible. And Walter Mitty just kind of, like, helped hit home with that it's like, it doesn't matter what age you start, you can start and still go do the things you want to do. So hopefully I will. But as I said, go see Secret Life of Walter Mitty, because it is such a great movie. Highly recommend it, and it probably will not be in theaters long, with, like, the returning Oscar flicks and the new stuff that's coming out, which none of it really looks good right now. But go see Secret Life of Walter Mitty. It is worth your time, I guarantee. So there you go, little movie review from me. So that is going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to get today's video ready to go up on the YouTubes, and then I'm going to go back to bed. So I'm going to sign off. As always, I hope you're all well, and I will see you tomorrow.